Good morning. I'm Bob Stimson, the president of the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Discovering Oak Cliff. Discovering Oak Cliff is a show that's going to talk about all the different aspects of Oak Cliff, and this is the very first episode that we got. Appropriately, my very first guest on this show is Yolanda Gills, the chairman of the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce, and my boss.
Good morning.
Morning. The Chamber, as you know, the Chamber covers everything south and west of the Trinity River inside the city limits of Dallas, which is about a third of the city of Dallas. It's 2/3 of the southern sector. It goes everywhere from West Dallas to Paul Quinn College over to Mountain Creek in the woods. And so it includes areas that would no more call themselves Oak Cliff than the man on the moon, but they're our area nonetheless. In that area, I got to tell you that we have got, as you know better than anybody, it is not a homogeneous area. We are about as diverse as they come. And you go from one neighborhood to the next, and it is different as night and day. So what are your favorite parts of Oak Cliff? Tell me about the neighborhoods that you like, the ones that come to mind.
The first one that comes to mind immediately is the Wynwood Village area. You know, beautiful shopping. You can do everything that you want to do in that area. We've got a little bit of work to do in that area, and there is some soil being turned as we speak.
That's right. We had the announcement the other day for the new senior living center over there by Wynwood.
Exactly.
I tell you, one of my favorites is Cedar Crest. Yeah. You know, that's because I go golfing over there, of course.
You do, and then it's beautiful. You know, the topography over in that area is just gorgeous. So we have a lot of different areas. You know, I also like going further south and the Lancaster Keys area. Very good. You know, the development is coming.
Well, actually, in Lancaster Keys, there's a lot of activity going on. The Urban League is doing some incredible work over there.
Hello, I'm Dr. Beverly Mitchell Brooks, President and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Dallas and North Central Texas. And today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Urban League. For 45 years, the Urban League has provided services, programs, and opportunities that enable people to become productive citizens where they live and work. And with the construction of our new Trade and Technical Skills Training Center, which, by the way, will be the first of its kind in the southern sector, we will expand those opportunities for area citizens to now become certified in the trades, all under one roof. And so whether it's education with our GED, or education with our in-school youth, or with adults who want to take the ABE, we provide the opportunities for everybody to get a good education. We have a great volunteer group of young professionals, those who are aged 21 to 40, who take on the mantle of being a part of this community. And so, as a very unique organization in Oak Cliff that services a 50-mile radius, we're very proud to be a part of Oak Cliff.
Tell you, one of the areas of Oak Cliff that gets a lot of attention, and probably more attention than the rest of Oak Cliff, maybe rightly so, maybe wrongly so, but is the North Oak Cliff area around Bishop Arts, the Kessler Park area and the Winnetka Heights area. Historical preservation is huge in Oak Cliff. Talk to me a little bit about the stuff that you've seen and the transitions that you've seen over the years.
Yeah, it's changing. You know, in the future, the Bishop Arts District, you know, is the key center to Oak Cliff. You know, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. We have things on the agenda like the streetcar is going to be coming, you know, to that area, and we have theater in that area. The Texas Theater, you know, is a big deal. You know, they're coming on the Oak Cliff.
Texas, Tico, and Kessler.
Exactly
It's the
right.
triumvirate.
Tico Theater, you know, is a big deal, and they're partners and members of the chamber, and so we're excited about all of the activity and things that are going on.
Hello, I'm David Spence. My company is Goodspace. I am a redeveloper of historic buildings in North Oak Cliff, mostly in and around the Bishop Arts District, and we're coming to you from the Bishop Arts District. I should explain, what is the Bishop Arts District? The Bishop Arts District was reborn in 1985, but it was actually born in 1903 when the city of Oak Cliff voted to be annexed by the city of Dallas, and with that decision came the trolley tracks. So the Dallas Railroad and Traction Company laid streetcar lines across the Trinity, and the first major stop was here at 7th and Bishop. When developer Jim Lake came to Bishop Arts in 1985 and bought 2 square blocks of old storefronts, what he found were several artists working in the old buildings. So he stepped back, looked at his property, and dubbed it the Bishop Arts District. We're only 2 miles, as the crow flies, from the convention center in downtown. When you're next in Oak Cliff, when you're next in Bishop Arts, I guarantee you will feel the love. It's a welcoming community.
I'm Amy Cowan. I'm an Oak Cliff resident, small business owner, and community activist. Here in Oak Cliff, I am a proud mother of 2, raising my daughters here. I'm a small business owner with several friends in a great restaurant called Oddfellows. We keep a full calendar of year-round activities here, especially in the hub of Bishop Arts. We have a Mardi Gras celebration that'll rival anything along the Gulf Coast. We have a homebrew festival, a French festival called Bastille on Bishop. We have in the fall Blues Bandits and Barbecue every October, and then we finish up the year with Cliff Fest, which is sort of a celebration of all things Oak Cliff. My favorite is Mardi Gras. I have Louisiana heritage and have always thought that it belongs in small, intimate places, not necessarily in the fashion that you see coming out of New Orleans and things like that. And our Mardi Gras celebration here really embodies community. A lot of the floats and participants are from our neighborhoods. It's the Winnetka Heights float, or it's the Kings Highway float, and things like that. It's just a great community involvement. If you're ever in Oak Cliff, come seek us out.
Hi, my name is Bob Stimson. I'm the president of the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce, and today we are here on Discovering Oak Cliff. Tyler Street has been here since 1972, educating kids in the Oak Cliff area. It's a private school. It goes from pre-K up through 12. It is a Christian-based education program, and with me today I've got Jim Bayless, one of the teachers at Tyler Street. Jim, can you tell us briefly, why is it you did choose Tyler Street to be a teacher?
Well, it's a really good question, and I really appreciate the lead-in. I'm here because of the family atmosphere. The teachers, the staff, and the students as well. We just really fit together really, really well. And you know, just look down the hallway at the students, and you just know the kids here are just fantastic. I love them as though they were my own kids.
We are here on Discovering Oak Cliff, and we are at Tyler Street Christian Academy today, and I have with me a special guest. Her name is Sarah Flores. She is a senior here at Tyler Street Christian Academy. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I understand it, you've got a older brother that's graduated from here as valedictorian, and you've got 4 younger sisters that are also here, so you've got 6 of you that have gone through this school. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a student at Tyler Street, can you tell me what all do you do besides going to school? What other activities do you get involved in?
I do cheerleading, chapel committee, Meadows Service Committee, worship committee, and student council.
And I've got a very special guest, Miss Lisa Lance. Lisa is a first grade teacher here at Tyler Street. She is not only a teacher, she is a parent, and she happens to be married to Ed Lance, the pastor of Tyler Street Methodist Church. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so how long have you been here at Tyler Street teaching?
This is my 4th year at Tyler Street.
Okay, now you've taught in public schools in the past.
Yes.
What is so different about teaching at Tyler Street? So why are you here?
Well, one of the reasons I'm here is because my husband's here and my children go here, but there's a big difference in between public school and private school. If you kind of glance at my classroom, you can see that the size is much smaller, and so that allows me to work individually with students more. If I have students that are struggling, I'm able to give them more time. If I have students who are a little more advanced, it gives me the time to work with them too. And so it's one of the big pluses of being in a private school.
Today I've got with me a very special guest. This is Blake Terry. What kind of extracurricular activities do you get involved in, Blake?
Well, I play football. I'm student council president, and I'm part of the National Honor Society, and I'm part of Meadows Committee. It's like a volunteer organization.
Well, as you can tell, Tyler Street Christian Academy is a unique school that really cares about its students and their academic achievement. So when you make a decision to move to Oak Cliff or to stay in Oak Cliff, consider Tyler Street Christian Academy as a place for your kids. It's got a proven record, and with that 100% of their graduates going on to college, you can't beat that. So give Tyler Street your best consideration. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Laura Sanchez, and I am the owner of El Ranchito restaurant here on Jefferson and Llewellyn in the heart of Oak Cliff. 31 years ago, my husband and I, we started with the restaurant La Calle 12 here in Oak Cliff on 12th Street. 2 years later, we bought El Ranchito here on Jefferson. Every year on the Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th, we have a parade on Jefferson, and it is a wonderful parade. It comes from a lot of schools. We also have music events, music celebrations on different big Hispanic dates, like 16 de Septiembre, which is the Independence Day, and they close down Jefferson, and they bring all this music and music bands, and they have this big celebration on a Sunday, and it's wonderful for the community because a lot of Hispanics come and they feel at home when they come to Oak Cliff. Come and see us. Come and try our wonderful food.
Welcome to Discovering Oak Cliff, and today we are going to be talking with Morgan Lyons with DART to find out the latest in DART's plans for not only Oak Cliff but the entire region. So, Morgan, thank you for being with us today.
You bet. Thanks for the opportunity.
Let's just start off with a simple question. Tell us, in general, how is DART doing? Are more people coming?
Yeah, we've been very busy. You know, we've just gone through what we call our Super Bowl, which is the State Fair of Texas. Yeah. During the State Fair, we'll move anywhere from 1/2 to 3/4 people over a 3-week period. So we've got 2 stations there. It's really busy. At the same time, we've been opening new rail lines. The next rail lines open in Irving and in Rowlett. That'll be in December. And we're bringing new buses on board. And that'll start over a 3-year period. That's already underway. And you'll start seeing through Oak Cliff some 30 and 40-foot buses before too much longer.
I've got to ask the question. The streetcar to Oak Cliff. You guys, DART has played an integral role in making that a reality. And I understand the contract has been let or is about to be let. Can you give me an update on where we stand on the streetcar?
Yeah, the construction contract has been let. We're looking at 2014. That's a City of Dallas project, and they basically have us as their consultant contractor to get that done. We've got a few things to do to get the rail car in order, but everything is in good shape to have that service going in 2014, which is what the city expects, and that's part of the city's long-term vision for streetcar services throughout downtown and on into Oak Cliff. One of the things we think that's really going to be exciting to all of our residents, particularly in the Oak Cliff area, is we are totally transforming our bus fleet. So over the next 3 years, all of our buses will be swapped out. They are low floor. They are basically mobile technology units when you think about all the things we've added. They have a smoother ride, a better ride, a more comfortable ride. We have onboard security cameras. We're also adding what we call an infotainment system. There's a screen that you'll find in there that we're designing to provide real-time customer information. Because one of the things people tell us is, well, I like the train because I get it at the station, I get off at this station, I don't have to think about it. Buses go around, buses make detours, I don't know where I'm going. You'll have that information delivered to you on these screens that are inside the buses, and we'll be one of the first American transit agencies to have that.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for talking with me today
You bet.
about all the exciting things going on at DART. DART is obviously playing a pivotal role in the development of Oak Cliff, whether you want to get to UNT Dallas, whether you want to go to Bishop Arts. DART is the way to do it. Thank you so much for being a part of our
Thank you.
community. Okay, so when you think about Oak Cliff, what makes Oak Cliff unique compared to the rest of the world?
Well, obviously it's the people. Yeah, but you know, it's really the terrain, the topography is gorgeous. But we do have parks. We have lots of parks. One that comes to mind is Keys Park.
Yeah, huge.
Very huge.
Yeah, and I guess we talked earlier to Gail Terrell about some of the parks, and there's just way too many to mention, but she goes through and she's going to tell us about a few of those parks.
Hello, my name is Gail Terrell. I'm the Park Board representative for District 8. I was appointed to the Park Board by Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins. I have been serving in this capacity for 5 years. The Park Board is a volunteer organization, and right now we're at Meadowstone Park. One of the things that's really unique about this particular park in Southeast Oak Cliff is that our National Night Out is held here. One of the other parks in Southeast Oak Cliff is Daniel Dale. Daniel Dale has a spray ground there. You can go to Altamisa Park, which has 8-foot walk trails. It is a beautiful park with great security lighting, or you can go to Miller Family Park, which was donated to the city of Dallas by that family. So come out to Southeast Oak Cliff, come out to one of these 41 park recreation centers in Greenbelt and enjoy yourself along with your family, because it is a family venue.
Now we're going to talk with a dear friend of mine, Al Heron Sr., who is the president of Century 21 Galloway Heron. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did I get the title right?
That is correct.
Now, Al has been around Oak Cliff for, you just told me, since 1972?
That is exactly right.
And as a broker, a residential real estate broker, he knows more about the Oak Cliff neighborhoods than anybody I can possibly imagine.
We moved here from Mississippi in 1972. And I was working for the Dallas Federal Savings and Loan, and they had an office over in Wynwood.
Yeah.
So I came here and started to work in Wynwood in their office, and we moved in Oak Cliff on Brook Valley. And from that time, I've been in the area, and I've moved one time down on Bar Harbor, and our business been here all of those years.
So what are those neighborhoods, what are the names of the neighborhoods?
Very good. The neighborhood that I was just talking about is the Glen Oaks neighborhood, and when I moved from there down to Wynwood Hills, where Bar Harbor is. So that's the great thing about Oak Cliff. It is, a person want a home in Oak Cliff, we have them range from, if you were an executive running a corporation and you want a expensive home from Kessler Park to Wynwood Hills, or you want to start a home all over the place, or you want to live out near Paul Quinn College. It is really a diverse neighborhood, and we have the variety you want in Oak Cliff.
Okay, so let me put you on the spot. If you were to tell our viewing audience top 3 reasons why they should be moving to Oak Cliff, what would those be?
Number one, of course, the beauty. It is unparalleled beauty with the neighborhoods and the trees and all. Economics, you get more for your dollar. You can, you're gonna be able to get a real bargain compared to what you may get somewhere else if you're here. And then the lack of congestion.
Well, Al, thanks so much for being with us today. I appreciate it. It's good to see you as always.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Discovering Oak Cliff. Today we are at El Centro College in downtown Dallas, and I'm speaking with Dr. Paul McCarthy, who is the president of El Centro College. Dr. McCarthy, I understand that you've been here for about 5 years now.
5 years as president. I was here as the academic vice president from 1997 through the middle of 2000.
I was going to ask you, you've got great experience at a lot of different colleges all across the nation, and you chose to come to El Centro. I understand that you've got not just the downtown campus, but you've got 4 campuses.
We have the Bill J. Priest campus, which once was a separate workforce entirely campus. In 2003, the chancellor then made that part of El Centro as well. it was a good marriage because we were already doing a lot of workforce and continuing education work in the immediate area. Bill J. Priest has the authority to go anywhere, basically, to do this. So that was a good marriage. And we have a brand new campus in West Dallas, which is one of the most underserved areas in the community, as you know. And that was the reason that the chancellor decided to put an extension campus there. I'll say more about West later on if you like.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we have what's not a campus, it's really a building, but the Paramount building we remodeled during the bond program. There was a $450 million bond program for the district around 2006. We remodeled that building for our 2 nursing programs and 14 allied health programs.
Can I get you to talk a little bit about that nursing program?
Yeah. We've got the largest undergraduate community college nursing program in the state. It's 300 plus graduates each year. Last year from the coordinating board we got a $1.2 million grant for exceeding the number of nurses that was our projection. We're involved in a nationwide grant that is Department of Labor funded it. It was Bill Gates' organization that discovered the idea, but then sold it to the Department of Labor. It's a $20 million grant to try to promulgate to this big ambition to community colleges in the nation our core curriculum, which is a curriculum that brings together nursing and allied health students at the beginning of their education.
So I understand that when the students get their certification out of that program, it's a certification that really means something?
Well, first they have to graduate.
Okay.
And then they take the NCLEX exam, which is exactly the same exam that students take when they graduate from a 4-year nursing program. If they don't get past the NCLEX exam, then they can't be licensed. Okay. For years we had licensing exam figures that were up around 98% of our students who took the test. So, you know, that's another element of El Centro. We have the highest completion rates in the district because we have so many programs. The prerequisites for those programs are demanding, so when the students get in, they're quite ready to complete the work. They're really demanding programs too, but the students are well prepared.
Well, it's been a joy to talk with you. It is wonderful to talk to somebody who obviously has a passion for what they do and cares a lot about the kids, and the opportunities here are incredible. So thank you so much for spending time with us.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Now I've got with me Scott Chase, an attorney, and more importantly, the chair-elect of the Oak Cliff Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Scott.
Hello, how are you?
Doing well. I wanted to sit down and chat with you a little bit about the Oak Cliff Chamber itself.
Sure.
So could you tell me what's your vision of what the Chamber is and what it does? Why are we here?
We are here because Oak Cliff is the most diverse area of Dallas.
Yeah.
We think economic development is important for this part of town, and we focus on some things that I think are a little bit interesting for a chamber. We focus on education, we focus on health, we focus on those areas because we think educated and healthy residents will be helpful for economic development, which we really want in Oak Cliff.
Another thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is that, as we know, a lot of Oak Cliff is made up of small businesses. And at the Chamber, we do a whole lot that help to focus on the small business.
Right, and we have different programs that we give education to small businesses. Business Toolkit, for example, I think was one that we had.
Yeah, and that's one of the most popular ones.
Yeah, a Business Brown Bag, I think we had one of those series for a while.
And that's where, just so that people understand, that's where our businesses can come in and we will set up an event where they can highlight the kind of cool things that they do so that they can communicate directly with the other businesses in the Chamber.
Well, and I think even if beyond that, we'd have one-on-one counseling if you want to. I think we have a SCORE representative that come here periodically, and so.
Yeah, and the SCORE representative, we've got a wonderful fellow that comes here, and we sit down and we counsel with small businesses and help them develop business plans. And our whole goal is to make sure they're successful.
Well, we have to do that because if you look at the business areas in Oak Cliff, Jefferson Boulevard is all small business owners. Bishop Arts certainly is. Lancaster Keast, which is booming right now, is a lot of small businesses. A lot of other areas are too, and we need to focus on them in order to make Oak Cliff grow.
We are going to make it grow both organically, internally, and by attracting more people from the outside in.
That's right.
And make it all work together.
Well, the Chamber's been around since 1920, and I think it's been successful. There's been some valleys in the past. Right now we're at a hill, I think, and we want to keep on going on that hill.
Well, I hope we're doing well.
Yep.
If you were to make a pitch to the world to say why people should get involved in the Oak Cliff Chamber, what would you tell them?
Well, I would say that we're still very grassroots oriented, but we have a vision that requires us to deal with state legislators, city officials, so you can get involved and get involved in very high level activities, but still feel like you're doing something at the grassroots level, and I think that's a real strength of the Oak Cliff Chamber.
It is, and right now we've got a little bit over 500 members, which is pretty strong for a Chamber of Commerce in the city of Dallas. And it is, we do more networking events. It's a great place for small businesses to meet each other and to network and do business-to-business networking.
Right. Well, in these days and times, everything is getting bigger, and the Oak Cliff Chamber is having to be a little bit bigger and a little more broad in its outlook for economic development, and that's one reason we have spread our wings, so to speak, from UNT Dallas all the way out to Pinnacle Park and beyond. So that's a large area, and we need to keep doing that.
You know, it's one of the most fun parts of my job is to meet the small business people as they come in the door and to work with them and to help guide them down a path that hopefully is successful for them.
Well, I think we're doing well ourselves too.
Well, thank you so much for coming and talking with me today on our first episode of Discovering Oak Cliff, which obviously we hope will be the very first in a series of episodes.
Well, I'm here for another year, so maybe I'll be back.
You're here for longer than that. Let's face it. Okay, so if you were going to tell the billions and billions of people that are watching this show a couple different things about Oak Cliff, what is it that you would tell them? What's the final messages that you want to leave them with?
In a nutshell, Oak Cliff is a fun place to work, to play, and to meet a lot of new and exciting people.
It's got some of the coolest neighborhoods that there are.
They are, indeed.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today on the very first episode of Discovering Oak Cliff. I appreciate you sitting down and chatting with me.
My pleasure, Bob.
Thanks. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the very first episode of Discovering Oak Cliff. We got a chance to see many things in the Oak Cliff area, which is all that area south and west of the Trinity River inside the city. We're going to be doing more and more of these shows as we go along, so I hope you can enjoy it on Discovering Oak Cliff.